Imagine a world where you watched manhwa recaps without watching the previous parts. That's pretty much you right now, so go ahead and check out the previous parts in the comments as well as the description, and I'll see you guys in the video. We then see the flying band begin to commence, and well, we see a huge ray of light in the sky, as well as all of the swarming demons and dragons, dragonkin, and they all begin to fall down to the ground saying, What's going on? It's a flying band. Somebody actually used that super hard skill to use. We then see them falling to their demise, not because they're going to hit the ground, but because our MC soldiers are right here, all piled up, and these guys are definitely going to get it. We then see the knight over here, and he mentions, with this number and strength, these guys can definitely reach the core area of this place. And yeah, our MC probably will clear this pretty soon. He mentions that the two phenomena where the world boss dies, this is probably due to our MC. He says, yup, that's definitely because of him, as we see this beautiful golden and flowy aura, and our MC just hands his hands in his pocket. Anyway, they then begin to discuss with each other, this guy doesn't even need us. He's literally solo clearing this on his own. We then see the lady, and she has that stone in her hand, and look at this little succubus. What is she trying to do? She then leaps into the air as she leaves everyone behind, and of course, we then see that the lady that cast a shadow ban mentioned that the high level items to offset the costs are definitely having a toll, and so our MC says, alright, this won't take long. He then, his eyes start to turn green like it's the 6 eyes from JJK, mentioning he must eliminate this girl. He's talking about the succubus, and he will finally have his chance. He uses corpse explosion as we hear die, and we see this beautiful red scarlet flame just erupt throughout the battle, and wow guys. The people, of course, from the Night Squad are like, oh my gosh, this military merit, the sergeant badge, it seems like they have, oh my. Everyone's getting promoted to 1-star general, not 1-star generals, to like 1-star past their grade, and everybody is super happy for this. We then see the knight leader, or Jian Wenshan. He was literally promoted to a colonel, and he then says, this kid truly is a worthy commander, and he sweats nervously mentioning he could clearly eliminate everybody, and he still invited us to join the guild, or to join the legion, and wow, our MC really is a thoughtful boy, or man. He uses his skeleton armor, and he then he begins to walk here, and don't tell me this does not look like Sung Jin Woo. These guys are definitely in for a rude awakening. He then says with this very beautiful purple mist or aura around him, you know what, this flying band skill won't last for long, so let me go ahead and destroy these guys at the moment. We see these demons and dragons literally getting slain one by one, and we see the succubus here, and it seems like also the queen is definitely unimpressed. And then guys, this queen really is charming, but hey, charm is deceptive, just remember that. She then asks if everything is ready, and of course, Succubus girl says, yeah, out of 126 dragonoids, 93 have died, and above 160 demons, no, 161 has died out of 220. And of course she mentions, this is perfect, I can borrow the power of their bloodline. She then taps her hand onto the portal, and it seems like the sky begins to go awry. Our MC then looks kind of nervously, saying, what exactly is going on? We then see the Jialan Guild, and they use their group defense to protect themselves from this purple sort of smoke. And he says that there is a top level demon that actually took action in this. He then looks behind him mentioning, you guys need to leave quickly. He says, I'll maintain the skill, please leave, and plus that kid's going to help me. And yep, you're absolutely right, because guys, we literally see a lot of skeleton armors just surround the rest of the Jialan Guild, as well as Mo Yun. She says this is Lin Mo Yu's defense skill, and with this, you don't have to get worried about the flame, and I'm guessing that the Abyss Flame was that purple fire. Our MC still has his hands in his pocket, and he says, I'm really sorry to involve all of you in this, and this queen wants to get involved with me, the succubus queen. And they are just shocked by what he said, saying his opponents have already reached the level of demon kings, and yeah, this is definitely a bruh moment. We see the Abyss Flame begin to spiral in on one area, and Mo Yun is actually very nervous here and very anxious, mentioning that the succubus queen is actually summoning the flame spirit, and this is actually a secret skill by sacrificing a large number of lives, and the power of it will definitely be greater because of the blood of the dragonkin. And so Mo Yun mentions that it is very possible for the Crimson Moon Demon to be not even as strong as this Abyss Flame. They're standing right in front of it, and she then says, if you can survive this, I will definitely invite you to my palace and try my abyss cuisine. And I'm not sure what demons eat. It's probably worse than cockroaches. Anyway, we see this very mysterious demon creature start to form, and look at this dude. He has 2 horns and he's purple, and this guy looks so menacing. This is the Abyss Fire Spirit, level 58, strength 100k in constitution, agility is at 80k, spirit is 120k, and look at his traits right here, guys. This dude is definitely not to be messed with, and wow, our MC might finally meet his first problem. He then puts up a massive flame barrier, and Moyun says, wait, I didn't expect a flame barrier to actually be here. John Wenshan then says that this is definitely the strongest boss we've ever faced because her attributes are way stronger, or his attributes are way stronger. Our MC is just looking here and he says, back off you two, the target is me. I don't want you two to be collateral damage. We then see it come here, and oh my gosh, look at his flames. This guy's flames are to the next level. Moyun and the rest of the guild begin to run away, saying that this is something we can no longer intervene in, and yeah, you're definitely 100% correct. We then see it use the Blazing Halo skill, and of course, when Sean mentions, this is continuous fire damage. We definitely will be melted right now like an ice cream on a hot summer day if we didn't have our skeleton armor from Lin Moyu. We then see the mountains begin to crack and crumble because there are lava eruptions, and 5 of our MC skeletons that were hiding are actually wrecked in an instant. And oh, it seems like he's staring at exactly what happened, mentioning, I have to constantly replenish my skeletons, and so we need to finish this battle within 1 minute. And look at his arm right here, guys. This is the Primordial Rune, and he finally enhances his troops for 30 seconds. The attributes of the summoner and his summons increased by 200, and you know, an additional 500 cooldown time, which is just 1 hour. And look at our MC right here. He is not playing any games. His skeletons then begin to absorb the aura and the buff, and he then points like he's Jojo or Joseph Joestar, saying, go, eliminate this guy in 30 seconds, and look at this, they might actually be moths to a flame, because this guy is literally on, his wings are on fire and he's not burning, and yeah, this spirit flame really is menacing. He then somehow gets pierced right here across his chest, and he yells out in a fury. He then grits his teeth, and it seems like this guy actually grew some teeth and some eyes, and he then is looking at our MC summons with not good intention. We find out that after using the rune skill, there was actually a heavy damage, and so the skeletons got stronger. And it tries to leave, but our MC uses his chain skills on him, and yeah, this guy ain't not going nowhere. Nonetheless, we see one of our MC's attacks about to hit this guy in the face, and we see a huge blue explosion. This kind of reminds me of Maggie when Sidbad, you know, made his entrance, if you guys know that. And it seems like he actually just eliminates it, and he gains 2.32 million XP. And guys, that was way too easy. And a lot of his skeletons are also pushed away by the impact of the attack. He receives a fire gem as well, and he says they actually killed it in 1 wave of attacks. And everybody is watching, like, what? It got one-shotted? There is absolutely no way that happened. And look at the succubus girl, her eyes right here. She does not believe that that is true. Anyway, it was literally killed in an instant, and our MC's just looking at his watch because he's getting bored. Just kidding, he's looking at the Primordial Rune on his, you know, on the back of his hand. And of course, we see something above the succubus, and yup, it is Moyun. She then says that this is the demon that wants to kill Moyu again and again, huh? I will not let it escape. And look at this succubus girl. She says this girl has a flying band skill. I will not fall here, or then Lim Moyu is literally gonna eat me for breakfast. It seems like she gets up to attack on her own as well, and she crushes a stone. There is a portal that opens, and it seems like she manages to slip away just in the nick of time. Moyun is kind of disappointed, but down on the ground, the barrier is now away and it has subsided. And of course, Moyun says that it really escaped. He says, don't worry, we'll get it one more time in the future. He says a lot of people noticed and came over, and it seems like they are finally needing to go to the secret realm chosen by the deities. And look at these two, and we still see, of course, Moyun's red light for the Primordial Rune, and they kind of look like a good couple. Don't tell Ningyi I said that. One of the Jalon Guild members say there is a huge emergence of divine power here, and it seems like the other people have gathered here as well, and we are now in this mystical forest with some dead trees, and there seems to be an entranceway or a portal, and yup, this is the secret realm chosen by the deities. And Lin Moyu says let's go in, and our bro is wasting no time, and we see the shadows of them enter, and yes, let's go. It's going to be a new adventure, and hopefully our MC can get like an earth level summon, you never know. Mo Yun is super happy here as she mentions that the family elders only have one thing to say about this realm. She then begins to walk, saying, all you have to do is move forward and never take a step back, and this is really W life advice, and yeah, I'm gonna take it. Anyway, we then see they're finally in this sort of orb thing. There seems to be like some roots covering them in an orb way, and this is a secret realm, and we see paths right here or staircases to the sky, and they are made out of floating stones, and they then begin to walk separately, and it seems like Mo Yun is definitely excited about this. Lin Mo Yu also mentions that I will move forward with all my strength, and he then is super determined, and he says this will help me sustain the pressure, and with every step I will become a Sigma. No, but he says I'm going to become stronger. We then see Mo Yun, and she barely can handle the pressure anymore because of course it's going to get harder. However, it seems like they can't give up at this time. He mentions that from onwards the real test will begin because there's a total of 500, and the first 100 only have a strand of divinity, but there will be 2 steps of divinity in the next 100, and there's going to be 5 strands at the last. And so her MC just tells her, I heard from my master though, that only 100 strands of them can be combined into divinity. And she says that's absolutely correct. So I must at least combine at least 100 steps. And her MC just walks proudly with his chest up, and something begins to come on his hand. This is the divinity strand, and yeah, that definitely rhymed. We then see them walk in here, and there is a long way to go. The benefits will be good though, so definitely this is 100% worth it. He then charges on and he clenches his fist, but just at that second he sees something. It is a tripod cauldron, and he wonders why it is here, as you see all of the strands on top of the steps. And this is actually a pretty cool concept. I don't think I've ever read something like this before. Look at Mo Yun, she looks kind of psychotic here. I think she's losing it, and she mentions, oh my gosh, if you can form divinity, the chance is a 90% to increase to the second profession. And of course, at the end, your chance increases to 80, and well, it seems like this is super good, as her MC smiles, saying, come on, let me take a look at that tripod cauldron, I need it. They are both walking on these beautiful steps, or these archaeologic steps, if that makes sense, and of course Lin Mo Yu is ahead of her by at least 10, and she is now at the 50th step, but she is so tired, like she just did a whole set of hit cardio. And she mentions this guy's speed is way faster than me, and he's only level 30, and it seems like he's not even bearing any pressure. And then she also sees that his hands are in his pocket. It seems like her MC gets the level 1 power of divinity, and all of his attributes increase by 1 when leveling up. And of course, it increases the speed of recovery by 100 and the stamina by 100 as well. And her MC is kind of shocked here for one of the rare times of this manhwa, mentioning, you can not only level up, but it can increase attributes whenever I level up. This is way too OP. We then see Mo Yun, and look at her. She's absolutely out of breath, but come on Mo Yun, we believe in you. And it seems like she finally got here, and yep, this is the power of divinity. And she also says, I forgot about that monster. This guy has definitely no growth ceiling, and he just walks on with his hands in his pocket. Although he's only level 30, we see his back. He'll definitely break the record by Bai Shan, she says. And yeah, I definitely hope that the student surpasses the teacher. He wonders what leveled up, and it seems like it is none other than his power of divinity. And our MC smiles, saying, I just gotta climb higher. And what does this manhwa turn into? Is this just like Temple Run? I don't know. I'm just kidding, guys. Mo Yun is quite exhausted as she bends over and she puts her hands on her knees. She then sits down on this rock, and she finally reached level 2 of divinity. Bai Shen reached level 5 in the past, so she can definitely do it in the future, to bring glory to her family. She wonders where our MC is, and he's way past her. She then fixes her hair, saying, this guy will definitely be the best person and the best genius of this era, and yup, you're definitely a smart one, Mo Yun. He reaches level 5 divinity, and our MC is not even breaking a sweat. However, guys, the pressure is getting stronger, and his hands are out of his pocket. He notices something, and it is literally Mo Yun on top of her Pegasus horse, and it seems like profession traits can be used here as well. It seems like, of course, oh gosh, her Pegasus also begins to fade away because it's tired, and she falls down again, and wow, she leveled it up to level 5. Bai Shen did level 5 as well, and Mo Yun definitely was inspired by our boy Lin Mo Yu to go the further step, and she definitely made her family and us proud, and even Lin Mo Yu. Our MC right here is sweating, and he's about to be sweating buckets. He says, move forward with all your strength. I will never take a step back. He is at 400 steps. He is now at 490 as he is crawling, and it seems like he finally is in vision or in sight of the tripod cauldron, and he wonders if it's related to the primordial rune. But he then lets out an extreme gasp of air, and it seems like his primordial rune activates, and enhanced troop spirit increases by 200%, and our MC right here is definitely ready for this W boost. He actually made it, guys. He takes the last step and he is right in front of this huge cauldron. Our boy's about to become an alchemist or something. We see these strands of divinity begin to rush towards our MC's body. And wow, this is the Divine Land Cauldron. We see its very beautiful and strong detail right here, and he is completely taken away by this, and he mentions, "This is definitely related to the world in my memories." He looks down at it, and he says, "Wait a second, an entire cauldron of divinity energy?" And it seems like somebody has been brewing up some divinity energy, and only a small part actually escaped from it. He then puts his hand over it saying, "If I manage to absorb this, what will the level of my divinity be?" He then begins to do so and it begins to go crazy, and Moyun is just like, "Wait, what's going on?" She then looks at her MC and our boy is climbing onto the cauldron. This guy has lost it. We see all this divinity begin to come towards him and he is just absorbing it, and he kind of looks sus like a JoJo character. But hey, our MC is OP. It doesn't even matter. He then wakes up and it seems like they finally got out of the spirit realm or the secret realm, and they're now in the forest or the jungle. Moyun is here sleeping, and he then looks to his right saying, "Wait a second, my body." He is Lin Mo Yu, the one and only necromancer. He is so close to level 31. And guys, we see right here, his power of divinity is level 30. All attributes increased by 30% when leveling up. Increased of 3000% for recovery of speed as well as stamina. And he has the Divine Cauldron, but he can't use it. Guys, our MC has become too OP. Bai Shen only reached level 5 and he reached level 30 divinity power. He says, "I accidentally absorbed the cauldron. Are you kidding me? I'm definitely going to be in a lot of trouble for this." He says, "You know what? That's not even a big deal. And so I can't even probably use most of it since it is restricted at my level." He says that the entrance disappeared as well, and there must be some sort of secret behind it about the world that was in his memories. We then see Moyun rubbing on her head, and she really is wondering what happened. Of course, he says, "After I climbed the summit, it then disintegrated." And she said, "Wait, you reached the summit?" And that's the classic OP MC reaction that, the waifus are going to have to give. She then asks what the power level of your divinity is. He then says 30, and she is definitely thinking he is joking, and she then begins to laugh as well. And yup, I don't think anybody can believe it. It seems like her primordial rune is finally integrated into her body. As we see the red thing finally begin to dissipate, this is unstoppable. And she really is happy because it is something that for 1 minute, your speed increases by 10. And all of the space obstacles and stuff, she's pretty much invulnerable, and the cooldown's only 1 hour, and that's pretty good. Our MC crouches down saying, "That's actually a pretty good skill. It's probably comparable to mine." And she then stands up super happy, and yeah, I would too. She then brings up her Pegasus horse, and she then gets on it. She then smiles, saying, "I'm sorry for troubling you after all these days, and thank you for your care." As she leaps up to the sky and she flies, saying, "I'll see you next time." And her MC is just here with his hands in his pocket, and our bro got the ultimate Riz, and he gives a smirk saying, "Then it's time for me to level up." And yeah, our MC really is all about leveling up here, and nobody wants to fight him with divinity power, trust me. We then see these lizard men literally get wrecked by his slow chains as well as his skeletons. More get wrecked, and yeah, it seems like our MC is gonna solo level now. As you guys know, there are 3 levels or sections in this Eternal Trials: the outer, the central, and the core area. He finally arrived at the core area, and he's beating these guys so easily. He levels up to 31, and thank you, author. Come on, bro. Get this guy to level 1000 maximum as soon as possible. He smiles, saying the divinity energy in the cauldron wasn't fully absorbed, and if he increases his power, he can definitely probably get his divinity level to power 50 or 100, you never know. He wondered that there was actually a battle that happened in this place because there are defeated demons with swords stabbed through them. He says that the aura of this battle is probably a human fighting demons. We then see these demons with red aura around them, probably being controlled, and they are fighting a group of adventurers. And this guy says, "Hold on a bit longer. The dungeon is about to form and we need to enter." These ugly looking demons are just right here saying, "Even if you entered, if you come out, we will eliminate you." However, we see a huge attack, and it is Lin Mo Yu's sister. And what a awesome way to end this chapter. I'm definitely hyped for the next one. Comment down, sister, if you made it all the way till the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was definitely W hype, one of my favorite chapters so far, especially the ending. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Watch these other recaps, and trust me, you will enjoy them. And without further ado, I'll see you tomorrow.